Welcome back to the Collegiate Star League. We have two teams that are currently 7-3 and 7-2. Am I muted? I don't know. I don't even know anymore. I'm being told I'm muted, so...
We can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
You're
We
good
can
now,
hear me
finally.
now. So, welcome back, guys. Probably heard me say the intro 3 times at this point. I'm not really sure what's going on. So we have University of Arizona going against University of Georgia. Go ahead and just tell us, Will. You've scrimmed. You've played some games against Arizona, so you go ahead and just give me a rundown of what you expect to see in this game.
Yeah, what a coincidence that we're going to be casting University of Arizona versus Georgia Tech. We literally just played Arizona in a best of 2 last night for NC-SPA. And I'm not going to show the results just because, again, I don't want to show any of these results out of respect for the other team. But Arizona, they were holding up on some of the maps and some of the sides. I mean, they were holding up for what they could go ahead and give. I think that was the roster that they sent. I don't think they have any subs here, but Georgia Tech, none of us have actually played Georgia Tech. But surprisingly, they've dropped 2 games already, despite going 7-0 in their first half, and they were considered to be a Titans of the East. Unfortunately, I don't know if they've been worked up or
yeah, this is actually Georgia, just to correct, because
it's not Georgia Tech. Okay.
Yeah, this isn't Georgia Tech.
Okay.
Yeah, easy to get. No, I had to look it up too. I was confused. Yeah, this is just University of Georgia, so I don't think we've seen them yet. So yeah, I don't actually know if we know what to really expect, except aside from Arizona, right? Like you played against them, so you kind of have a little bit of an idea.
Yeah, well, our Mirage is pretty decent. So the map they did well against us was not Mirage. So let's go ahead and see how they play out their Mirage. Generally, I know Mirage is a CT-sided map, but then you could see it go T-sided pretty heavily as well if you could get the economy rolling.
Right. Yeah. No. And as we just saw in that last game, it was actually looking pretty strong, to be honest, from their A site, and you guys kind of adapted to that. Anytime you guys focused on an A strat, it was usually after getting mid control, getting a little information, you were able to get a pick at mid with that op, cause a rotate, and you were able to just take a site knowing full well, hey, there's probably just one guy on site. I saw the guy rotate to jungle, and that's really how you play Mirage. Getting that mid control, being able to recognize where the CTs are playing, and even if you can't work picks, you're able to work rotations and play off that. So you guys you started focusing more on the B site, and that was the right play because that was their weaker site. And even after that 3-0 start, they only managed to get 5 rounds. So like you said, that kind of economic advantage starts to snowball, and that's what we saw in the previous game. I don't know if you go back and watch the VOD, but I started out like, hey, this could be a close game. I wouldn't be surprised to see him 10-5 UCLA right now, and then
To be honest, to be dead honest with you, 2 of our guys were AFK for like the first 4 rounds. I don't know if you saw Eli on the knife round. He was just straight up AFK.
Yeah.
And then he's continued to be AFK for like the next 4 rounds. So we were just like trying to get our comms together. So we lost a lot of early rounds, but once we got our comms together, it was fine.
Fair enough. That makes sense. Yeah, we laughed because you actually won the knife round with that AFK. You're just camping his body, and your 3 teammates went to go take the battle, and you actually managed to win it. So I was on the floor for that one. But yeah, well, it looks like we're gonna just see this queue up for B. Slow B play, trying to make the CTs question a little bit, maybe over rotate. Assuming it's not going to be a B play, but he's going to get spotted now by this jump peak. Travis, he's going to be the first entry. He's going to go for the Glock. They actually have 2 CTs here towards bench. Now one just laying behind the site, and he gets dropped by Toodle Noodles. So this is an instant replay of what we saw in your game last match. So just a complete rollover on the B site, getting those 2 entries, and actually they're getting returned on. So now WNBA Psyonotic, insane plays now from Abs. He's able to get a 3rd kill. WNBA getting a double as well. They win that with a 2-on-4. WNBA and Psyonotic with that full house play, 2 and 3 kills respectively. Insane retake, so not an instant replay of that last game at all. Because
I'm not even sure how they got those frags in there. I mean, 2v4, that should be impossible. No kit, no nades.
I just want to say it was because I don't even know. I saw the T's kind of push towards market, generally that's kind of what you want to do. You want to get 2 Ts and mark it, so hold a crossfire and kind of lock down that choke point so you don't have to worry about it. But they got picked off and destroyed from apartments. So just sick USP play there by Psyonautic. Wow, just definitely impressing me off the bat. I haven't seen anything of University of Georgia this far, so definitely impressing me already. And I've heard some things about Bill Clinton. I don't know if he's, all the hype is true, but I have heard some things. And now here comes just that straight up T play. Travis actually grabbed that first pick. Psyonautic chiming in again, and Bill Clinton with the FAMAS. Is he going to be able to get a Glock kill? No, as Shadow Claw grabs that P2000. So at least getting 2 kills, no bomb plant, unfortunately. Or no, they do get the bomb plant. I missed that. I actually have no game sound on my laptop right now. I can't figure it out. Obviously, I'm having kind of some buggy stuff, so it's making it a little bit harder to observe. But nonetheless, they grab that round as they should, only losing 2 players. But most importantly, Arizona grabs that bomb plant, so that's going to give them, this full buy this round. So pretty important round.
That's a successful round for Arizona. Definitely. Because they had nothing. They just had maybe a couple pistols, no armor, and they got the plant. So you can see Travis already whipping out the op. He's going to go ahead and pass it out to Elements. So Arizona with full utility and an op, they're looking good for this round.
Yeah, even has armor on Elements. So because they didn't force buy that round, they didn't buy armor, they're able to do this play. And it seems like the meta's changed to always force buy after losing pistol no matter what, because you're going to double save, right? So it's really not a big risk, but they bit the bullet, got the plant, and were able to save that armor money, and which is allowing them to get this op armor, pretty much full utilities across the board. And this mid presence, we've seen it so successful. Really one of the most important things in Mirage, if you're not getting mid, you're not getting information, and it's really hard to read CTs. And most importantly, it's hard to get them to rotate and really commit to anything, but they're not really peeking connector at all. They're just going to kind of gamble on this and just hold the sight down. Just going to play passive here. Psyonautic in sandwich, kind of a one-and-done position, but he's got backup here by Bill Clinton. So playing this somewhat, not really a good position. Travis is going to punish him, just running straight out. Elements as well. Wow, they're just getting completely demolished one by one, getting dropped on this A site. And that's was a clean execute. Yeah, definitely, definitely the round, unless Siebes wants to break the internet tonight. But I highly doubt that's going to happen.
Yeah, at this point, University of Arizona, should be hunting down this gun. They have all 5 members alive. Just send someone. Yeah, there you go. So that's going to be a clean 5-4-0 round. And the counter-terrorists here, Georgia, they are going to be forced back onto a save. It might actually be double eco territory. Bill Clinton, he's probably going to drop pistols. But if you look at everyone's money, 1,900 after this round loss, it's going to be double eco territory.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, there's a potential they could buy, but they'd still have to force FAMAS, no helmets, skimp on some utilities, and ideally that's not what you want to do. You want to start building the bank, not pushing its boundaries. You really don't want to have to be skimping on CT buys. You really just got to hold the fort. But WNBA grabbing a USP kill really should not be happening. Eventually gets straight out by Shadow Claw, so fortunately he was able to catch him off guard and just spam a couple bullets right into his helmet and drop him right off the bat. So good play. Shadow Claw grabbing 2 now from T-spawn, so just playing that passive role, making sure that no one's going to push, no flanks are going to happen. And now that they've got these 2 kills, it's just going to draw the rotate over to A. Really the smart play to do. Player here in connector, just trying to see if he can make something happen. Bill Clinton, he goes for the play, gets that P250 headshot, picks up the AK-47 as well, and he might be able to actually rotate here towards stairs before they even push. Goes for the pop flash over stairs, gonna peek by himself, and he actually has 2 T's flash. Unable to find the kill though, and he really doesn't need to peek by himself. He could have just waited for his teammates to rotate and force that double peek, but Siebes grabbing another P250 kill. And yeah, so they eventually win the round like they should, Arizona, but that was really close. And maybe if Bill Clinton had just played a little more patiently with that AK-47 instead of wide peeking that stairs, that actually could have been a doable round.
And look at that. Georgia calling the force buy behind that round. because they did so much economical damage. They only bought pistols and managed to take away 3 guns. So I guess Georgia is feeling like they could go ahead and force this behind Bill Clinton's op. But we'll see. You can see University of Arizona, the way they're playing, they're losing a lot of map control. You can see the last round before they went, I think they just sent 5 guys mid towards that mid area, and you could see Arizona, they're sending 5 guys towards A, losing a lot of map control here. Looks like it's just going to be a full-on A execute.
Yeah, and they only have 2 CCs set up, both in very precarious situations. Cyanotic, he really has to do a lot of damage here, or at least hope to get traded out. If they can't get at least 2 kills, but they jump through that Molotov. Molotov missed as well, so that's going to be the opening that they needed. Grabbing 3 kills, WNBA grabs the second one, and this is just a reverse of what we'd seen in the previous round. Just polarizing rounds. 5Ks, pretty much perfect rounds now from the CTs, just in stark contrast to what the Ts had done previously.
Oh, Siebes not looking the right way despite the first shot being fired off. Elements, he has to save this gun. He's going to get hunted down. There's only 25 seconds left. No doubt he's going to get hunted down.
And he actually might be able to escape. The only player is Cyanotic that's even close to chasing him. At least Bill Clinton's here is going to be able to pin him in. Hold this angle. If he tries to walk up this slope towards Apps, but he actually pulls his knife out and runs away, there's really no reason he had to do that, Bill Clinton. Maybe he didn't want to gamble losing the op, but he could have just held that angle like he was, see if the T's going to walk it up into Apps, and at least just go for the attempted shot. Although it's a very acute angle, hard to hit, even with an AWP, it's still worth holding it, because odds are you're not going to get punished for holding it. So Bill Clinton really didn't need to fall back. That AK-47 could come to bite him, because the T's, you know, they have broken economy, but they're able to still buy this round. So maybe not dropping that AK could really come back to bite him.
Yeah, Bill Clinton, he really wanted to save that op. And you can see why. He gets that first pick. And curious enough, it was Travis with the AK instead of Elements challenging him. And there was no pop flash or any smokes to go ahead and help him out. And you can see Bill Clinton, now he's going to play aggressive. He's going to look towards this underpass as well.
Yeah, they got that one-man entry, so they don't really need to commit to any peaks now. Bill Clinton going kind of for a risky play out window. Could have got punished severely for that. And they really don't need to go for any peak play. Cyanotic, I really don't like that he's taking this. Yeah, fall back, play a little more passive angle so at least your teammates can refrag in case you go down. Considering you're a man up, you really don't need to commit to an aim battle. You just got to commit to a trade battle.
Yep.
And yeah, they're just maybe getting a little overzealous for my taste. I like the confidence, but I do not like that they're playing these peaks kind of improperly, a little scrim style, but nonetheless, it's going to be this mid-control, and that's pretty important for University of Arizona. They've been able to actually scare the CTs off from engaging, and that might allow them to get kind of a surprise play, especially as the bomb right now on Shadowclaw, alone, pushing through Apps, drops the bomb now, Apps. Now they have to recover this through the van. Elements gets the pick here on Connector, and now it's down to a 2v2.
A 1v1.
Elements gets another one. Now he's the one man left. WNBA goes for the flash out market, unable to find anything on Elements, and he still has to recover this bomb. Only 7 seconds left. WNBA doesn't need to go for this battle, but he doesn't know the bomb is down. This is going to come down to the last second. WNBA gets it onto Elements with 1 second on the clock, and extremely overcommitted. I'm sure they had no idea where the bomb was, so he really had to just go for that and try and stop the plant. So well played by WNBA. Sad to see Arizona didn't pick that up, to be honest, especially with the way Elements was playing. Perfect mid control, especially considering the T's kind of blundering there towards Apps. He was able to catch that player on Connector rotating, and then just also catch the CT off guard that was holding Apps. And they had to have known the bomb was down, looking back on it, considering there was the CT on balcony. So I really think WNBA overcommitted in that situation.
Yeah. It looks like Arizona, they're looking to do a fake A play. I'm pretty sure they're going to just go ahead and fake out A. Yeah, it looks like you got smokes towards jungles. Hopefully draw out some rotations. You're going to see these two players commit into the site. And that does draw out 2 rotations. And here comes the B rush. Here comes the real hit. And Travis with another 1 deeg. He is going off with the deegs. And see Arizona, they have the site, they have the plant, and Travis with another frag. It's going to be a 4v3 situation, and trades just coming out left and right. So it's 3v2 now, and the Terrace, they are in a pretty decent position, but WNBA, he's already onto the site. Cyanotic, he's coming from Cat, and they're going to pinch out these Terrace players, but WNBA whipping out a grenade instead of taking the challenge. And University of Arizona, they win an eco round.
Yeah, when you're that committed in the site, you don't pull out a nade for anything. Unless you're going to smoke defuse, you just don't pull out a nade. It's just not worth the risk. You're already committed into the site. You got that first entry. You know there's 2 players left. You really can't take that kind of a risk. There's no HE that's going to do enough damage to make it worth it. Even the perfect headshot nade isn't going to do nearly as much. Maybe one of those glitch nades, right, that does full damage through armor, but you know, I don't think he was going for that. So, yeah, WNBA making some kind of questionable plays. Obviously a good fragger and hitting his shots, so you gotta, you know, admire the confidence, but maybe choking a little bit in these stressful situations.
And not only that, out of all the rounds to lose, losing eco rounds has to be the worst feeling in the world. I mean, you play Counter-Strike too, you know, just losing against a bunch of pistols while you guys have full AKs, it's demoralizing.
Absolutely, yeah. It makes you feel like there's nothing you can do, right? Like, what do I do? We lost Glocks 4 times. And
4 times.
Even if you know you can outplay them, like you said, it's demoralizing. It puts you on tilt. It makes you question your teammates. It doesn't make you trust that they're going to have your back, and all these various elements that kind of start to build up and make you misplay. It doesn't make you do the peaks that you know you should and go for the trades that you know are correct plays. You go for the safe plays, and those passive plays, those kind of fearful moments in Counter-Strike are where the biggest flubs happen. And yeah, they're just going to eco Elements, grabbing 2 kills with that AWP, and Travis chiming in as well. So we're seeing kind of everyone across the board starting to rack up kills here on University of Arizona, and they're bringing this back for sure. Yeah. Considering they were down that 2-0, grabbed that first rifle round. Georgia brought it back, and it's just been back and forth, 2-2-2. So,
yep.
Considering that pattern so far, you'd like to expect Georgia, but they're on a double save. So only 2 sets of Kevlar picked up on WNBA and Bill Clinton, 3 flashes, and P250s 5-7. So really, they're gonna just hope to reverse eco and do exactly what Arizona did to them.
Yeah, it's a stack on the A site, but Toodles, he's gonna go ahead and get this entry. And it looks like University of Arizona, they want to pinch onto this A site, but there are 3 CTs waiting, and look at WNBA's position. His position is going to be crucial, especially because the bomb is going to come up as well.
Yeah, and this
unable
is just
to get anything.
Falling apart. Bill Clinton in a cheeky position there at Ninja and can't really find anything, and this is a perfect round. Travis nearly dying in that last aim battle, but able to drop seeds, and yeah, their money is looking fantastic. Shadowclaw with over 10k. It's yeah, the ball is now in the court of University of Georgia. They really got to start making
Arizona.
Yeah, or University of no, oh yeah, but the ball is, you're right, the ball is in Arizona's court. I did flub. Okay. What I meant to say is it's now up to Georgia to really build on, or start to bring momentum back, and Bill Clinton grabs that first pick there at mid, so we've seen him pretty successful with this AWP. He's been a pretty consistent player, not really dying when he doesn't need to. I really haven't seen him overcommit that often. Aside from that one AK round, but it wasn't eco, so you really can't fault him for that overcommit, but we'll see. I'm going to guess this is another one of those games where the A site tends to be a lot more consistent, and these B site takes are going to come out of nowhere.
And look at Arizona's positioning. Every round that they've been playing, they've been giving up huge portions of the map. So you could see 4 guys, they were just looking at A ramp extremely passively, waiting for a push, but you could see that Arizona, they give up an entire portion of the map and just commit themselves to another side, and that could come at a disadvantage. But Elements, he can turn this around for Arizona. It is 3v4. There's 25 seconds left, so there isn't a lot of time.
Yeah, 20 seconds. This is pretty much over. Elements has to play out of his mind right now. Holding this window angle, able to find the first pick here on Potang, and he's going to just try and defend his teammates so they can plant, but they're already here on site. You can't find that no-scope, so Bill Clinton going to drop the bomb, and he has to plant right now, but they've already rotated. Cyanotic going to wrap up the round for the win, and 5-5 now is the scoreline. Is I call them out, and Georgia, they're back in.
Yeah, in Arizona, they're playing extremely cautiously. Wherever they're going, they hold for about a solid minute, and I don't think they are getting the mid-round information that they need. So once Bill Clinton gets that frag in mid, nobody wants to challenge mid anymore. And they didn't have A control, and Siebes, he's chiming in as well. So University of Arizona, we'll see how they play this. Siebes, he's just dominating this mid area. Elements gets a nice trade. But it is still 3v4, and Bill Clinton, he chimes in as well. 4v2, and this round is pretty much in the bag.
Yeah, Arizona just playing so passively now. Not really committing to anything. Even when they're taking mid control, it doesn't seem calculated at all. It more seems like, hey, let's just go for picks and see what happens. And no real smokes being thrown out. I feel like they were having a lot of success when they were able to grab that mid control and at least make some sort of plays or at least stick together, but there's kind of spreading out and trying to scrim isn't really successful right now, especially as Georgia is kind of finding their footing again, getting a skip in their step, and it's going to be pretty tough for University of Arizona to counter this with the style play they're doing right now. And like I said earlier, I wouldn't be surprised to just see some kind of YOLO B rush come into play, and suddenly they're winning an eco round with just Tech 9s. So WNBA playing a good angle. Elements at least able to trade, but Bill Clinton on the fast refrag. So that's going to be a 6 round now for University of Georgia, clawing back into the game and forcing University of Arizona to question their purchases. So they're at least going to be able to drop some AKs thanks to Shadow Claw being so rich. But this is going to be one of the last rounds where they can full buy.
Yeah, I mean, just to give credit to University of Arizona, 5-6 on their T side isn't bad at all. It's actually a pretty good scoreline, especially considering that they were, 6-4? But this is that B rush you were talking about. They've been playing slow all game, but a change of pace goes ahead and gets them the entry frag, but the rotations are coming in extremely quickly as well. Travis, he's going to just stick this plant. And another 4v3 situation.
Yeah,
certainly Georgia cannot retake this, right? Certainly University of Arizona will have the proper crossfires.
Elements goes for the Freiburg pop flash, but actually gets punished by Bill Clinton, so now it's down to him in a 1v3, finds a second one. He's going to have to go out of his mind right now to make this play happen. He's scoping it on site, but yeah, Retro playing such an off angle. I got to respect that spot from Retro. It's really hard to see. And you got to kind of commit to that full balcony peek before you can even spot him. And odds are, if you're that far out balcony, you're already checking market, you're checking catwalk, and and like we saw there, Retro, well played from that position, not throwing that 4-on-2. Like you said, there's no way that should happen, and it actually looked pretty possible there. So Bill Clinton on point right now, 16 and 8, yeah. And there's that B play, right? Like we're seeing those weaknesses. Like the strong players tend to play A. And not to say that these B players are weak necessarily. Their score lines might not reflect it, right? It might say, oh, they're weak players. They only have 4 and 5 kills. But really, most of these plays have come towards middle and A. So they really haven't had a chance to prove it. And when they do, they just get rushed on. It just becomes this full-on rush play onto B. And those really are hard to stop unless you have the proper utilities and the right timings. And you got to be so good at communicating as well as a CT. You have to commit to the double peek. If you try and take individual aim battles, the best you're going to get is 1 kill and you're going to get dropped. And we saw that happen.
That's why the CT sides are extremely rough around the edges, especially when you go to teams that aren't refined, because you don't need too much communication on the T side. It's just throw your smokes, go out and play for trades. But CTs, you have to understand like how you're playing the crossfire. So you have to be communicating to each other. Hey, I'm watching this. I'm falling back. and they just have to understand how their teammates are playing and play off of each other. So you're gonna see, I think, a lot more T side rounds. I wouldn't be surprised if Georgia Tech, or I'm sorry, just Georgia, they get a lot of T side rounds as well.
Yeah, definitely. This one of those games that could go either way, right? It could just be a run over where Arizona just grabs the pistol and starts to fall. They start to fall apart, but Travis gets this first entry, and this is going to cause the rotate. This is a perfect play. One man, yeah, just left on A. It's going to be up to the anchor man, WNBA, playing this passive angle here at Ninja. They've checked it before, but they're not necessarily going to check it right away, only getting one kill, and that should be the round. Maybe Travis overstaying is welcome, and yeah, Element's probably going to just stomp this round out as he grabs that kill onto one of the CTs, and Psyonotic, last man from CT, behind a smoke. At the very least, he has a kit and a flash, but this is going to be the ultimate retake.
Or the ultimate not retake. Yeah,
ultimate no take.
Yeah, ultimate no take. University of Arizona very likely going to take this last round as well. 9-6. That's going to put them up on 9-6, but then you never know because the counter-terrorist Georgia, they already won an eco round. So I think you're going to expect Georgia to push again, and you're going to expect to see Arizona play very passive again. So you could see one person is just going to watch ramp, and everyone's going to head towards that B side. Actually, not playing too passive. Playing that default, working that B again. Travis, he's been getting entries, double entries, triple entries onto this B side. So looks like Arizona are going to favor this B side.
Yeah, it's been working out for them, so why not? They did the fake last round, so hoping they can maybe catch the CTs off guard this time, and they won't over-rotate, right? They don't want to get fooled again 2 rounds in a row, so they won't commit too much. And there you go, Travis grabbing that entry. Toodle's putting damage in as well, and the rotate is actually coming into play because Siebes is cleared palace, so he's going to be able to at least call out, hey guys, they're probably not coming A, I don't see anything. And yeah, they're rotating now very quickly. They're trying to out-mind game them, make them think, oh, this is another fake again. Travis just got the pick, and we're totally going A. And now they are. They're actually double mind gaming themselves. Bomb might actually fall into the CT, and he does. Siebes with the UMP. They outplayed themselves, and this is one of those situations where you just overthought the game and maybe overcommitting with that bomb. You really don't want to go by yourself. Siebes grabs a triple kill now. After picking up the AK-47, this round's all but over, but Shadowclaw with the SG, able to claw back into this, so...
No, there's no time.
No, there's
20
time.
seconds left.
There's time to get the plant, but I don't know if there's time to kill these 2 CTs and get the plant. This would have to be some godlike play out of him, so he's going to look for this first engagement. He's getting down to on-site. He's going to have to just smoke plant, but that's not going to happen. Like you said, he's just going to go for the raw plant. Bill Clinton peeks out, and yeah, so... The only chance he really had there was to just plant the bomb in the smoke and hope he doesn't get sprayed down, but unfortunately he was pressed for time, looked up at the clock, saw he had 7 seconds left, probably panicked a bit. Yeah. Like, I just got to get this down. So, 8 rounds for Arizona, and hey, I don't know, maybe that's not enough. If we just see Georgia do the same thing that, you know, Arizona did to them, they could possibly win this game.
Yeah, definitely. But Arizona, look at this. They have a great read. They stack 3 towards the B site. On top of that, you have a guy window for a quick rotate into market. So Arizona expecting this. And look at this bait. Elements, he's going to jump and bait for the rest of his team. And you can see Georgia, they're going to just run into this stacked site. But they're getting the entries. Bill Clinton, he gets 2. He gets, Cyanotic with the help. So despite the stack, they completely destroy the site and run over the CTs.
Yeah, see if Travis can pull off the godlike play that we saw in the previous round from University of Arizona. He's able to find that first kill, so U of A grabbing that 2-on-2 now, and it's going to be up to Bill Clinton. He's going to be that first point of contact here in the apps. Cyanotic kind of playing passive. He's going to be able to spot the 2 CTs now on site. Bill Clinton gets the first kill, gets dropped down to Toodle Noodles in a 1v1, goes for that fake defuse. Unfortunately, the aim punch on him from that Tech 9 flips that crosshair right above the head of Cyanotic, and he's able to clean up that round. So, University of Georgia back in this game, grabbing that T pistol round, pretty important now. And University of Arizona's got to be afraid, but they're not that afraid. They're going to go for Deeg Scouts, the ultimate combo. This is the wombo combo of Counter-Strike. If you can grab that first, shot with the Scout, the Deeg is an easy spray weapon. You just crouch spray with that Deeg, and it's easy, especially when you get headshots like that. Toodle Noodles with the opening pick, able to light one of the T's as well. Grabs a second one thanks to Travis. These Scouts are paying off in dividends, and they're grabbing a third. Travis and Toodle Noodle are nuts! 4 Scout kills in 1 round, and these wombo combos are perfect. Screw the Deegs, just Scouts, man. That's all you need, and they're going to win it perfectly. Deegs do nothing, 5-7, and these Scouts grabbing 4 kills, winning that anti-eco, and Arizona have to be on cloud 9 right now after pulling that.
Neither teams know how to play against an anti-eco, apparently, because they're just getting destroyed by the pistol work of the opponents. And that round obviously wasn't the pistol work, it was the Scout work, but still.
But no smokes, right? Like, the second you get that drop by the Scout, you gotta just fall back, man. Don't challenge a Scout. They're an amazing weapon for a reason, and there's a reason they're part of the meta. Because they're cheap, and they're effective. And even if you don't grab that one-shot headshot, it's still a 2-shot kill. And it can be peaked by any weapon at that point when you're down to 30 HP. So yeah, Retro Pokef just stopping this B push, grabbing 3 kills. They're just going to hope to get the bomb down, and thankfully they do. So at least that's a little consolation. But Siebes, last man here in Apps, dropped to 1 HP. I don't know how this guy's still alive, to be honest. There we go. Toodle Noodles finishes him off. And yeah, that's just going to be a clean round for Arizona. And they've completely turned the game around. From what looked like University of Georgia, rather, was going to have a pretty solid advantage, is now completely turned, and they're going to have to really fight back.
Yeah, if Georgia loses this round, it's going to be rough, because it's a very good chance that Arizona is going to go up 12-8. So in this round, you could see Georgia, they do have a decent amount of utilities, but you got 4 people going mid. This is curious.
Yeah, and they did this before on the anti-eco round. Getting completely destroyed by the Scout. And the CTs, yeah, pushing mid, so we'll see if this pays off. And able to get 2 kills there on Retro
nice
Pokef. Yeah, they're getting traded, though, so it's going to be a 3-on-3. But the Ts are just at such a health disadvantage after all those aim battles. So it's really all on WNBA's shoulders to try and pull off something crazy. And as I say, he picks up that first kill onto Travis. He has to entry frag. No one else can do this. Retro Pokef kills him after Total Noodles drops him down to such low HP. And now it's a tie round. 2 players on the server are full HP, and the other 2 are respectively low. So it's going to be coming down to bait plays. Who can bait their lit opponent better? And first break coming down. He's unable to drop them. It looked like he had them perfectly lined up. Yeah, WNBA, he's going to have to pull off some sort of fake play. Tries to go for the fake plant. Isn't aware of how close he is, so now he's going to commit. He's in a safe position from Shadow Claw, but he is so low on HP that he's going to have to just win this aim duel outright, grab the just one-shot headshot, and he's going to go for the flash peek, but Shadow Claw dodges it. And there's, like you said, this is that round that Georgia really needed to win, and University of Arizona is going to grab what is most likely now a 2-for-1 round, putting them at 12-8. And, while it may be T-sided, if Arizona are playing this effectively on CT side, this could just be a wrap.
Yeah, Arizona, you could see how well they're playing. When they play that mid after Elements died, you got another player connector, you got another player cat, you got another player mid, and they all peaked out at the same time and came out ahead in that duel, securing the round. And you can see Georgia, they're going to go for another B rush. They got 1 flash to work with. WNBA, he's not going to flash. This is just going to be a dry rush. And Retro, how many kills can he get? He only gets 1. And Arizona, they stack the A site, so this is going to be a complete 4v4 retake. It's curious, Arizona is only playing Retro solo onto this B site.
Yeah, Toodle Noodles looks like the first man who's going to just breach the site. Going to throw a smoke right there from bench, so he has a little wall. He's able to take the duel here on Cat and Travis. Elements actually grabbing that first kill. WNBA trading out with the CZ75. Elements and Shadow Claw, perfect retake as these guys, they throw that smoke in front of bench and they're able to just wrap around site, grab multiple angles. And I love seeing that. That one smoke there by Toodle was able to give them all the different angles that they were able to just completely barrage. And wow, that was actually a very close defuse. I don't know why Elements defused at all. I don't know
He
why.
knows. He knows.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I know. I don't know why I got the defuse. That
He's
they
like,
could have lost that round.
yeah, only guy without the kit, and I'm gonna blame not having any audio cues in game right now because I did not realize how close that bomb defuse was until the last
Yeah, I
second.
was like, surely they're gonna have that defuse, right? They got two guys with kits,
Yeah.
it's no big deal, but apparently it's a big deal.
Oh,
And Bill Clinton, 5-up cat. Oh my God, what a strat!
what's going on? This is amazing.
I think Brax is calling for them from Cloud9. He just got 5 running up cat. They went up extremely fast, but Toodles was able to get 2 kills. And Retro, he's gonna hold this down. He has 1 kill already.
Perfect
Smokes
job.
himself out. Very smart play.
Yeah, he's already bought enough time, but actually Travis peeking really unnecessarily, trying to bail out his teammate, and Retro and Shadowclaw getting the flank. So actually, maybe that distraction was just enough. And yeah, Retro grabbing a double kill. Okay, yeah, so he got 2, and Toodles grabbing those 2 on Cat was just enough. So yeah, maybe Swag was making some comms in TeamSpeak, letting him know how to win pugs. You know, just
Yeah.
Cat. Don't worry about it. Don't even smoke connector. They'll be suspicious. Just run up.
That was extremely interesting. Maybe you could see the lack of comms, lack of tactics coming in, and this stack. You could see the stack coming in from Arizona. This is gonna pay off. This A stack that we've been talking about. But Travis, he gets traded out, and it's gonna be a full-on A take coming in from Georgia.
Shadowclaw here up on site, so he's throwing the smokes, and that's actually gonna buy enough time to grab a CT here on the rotate, and that's gonna scare him away. They know they've overstayed their welcome. There's probably gonna be a CT pulled, and they're making the right read actually. If they just all out rush B at this point, it would really be up to Retro to hear this early enough and basically be that anchor to stall as much as he can. So he's gonna go for the MBK jump peek, just jump spotting, see if he can find anything, and not really seeing anything yet as they've started walking apps, and this is the right play. You want to be as big of a surprise as possible so that Retro, the only time he can call it is the second he spots you. And because he's playing so far back in sight, he's really going to have a hard time getting back up. It's not really going to be about stalling anymore. It's just going to be about can he get as many frags as possible. Grabs the first one as they start pouring out. Can find the second one as well before getting traded by WNBA, and that's all he could really do. He didn't have enough time to stall, so grabs his 2 kills, and his job's done. So now it's up to his team to make this retake happen. Toodle Noodles grabs WNBA, spots him right before the smoke plumes, and now it's up to Bill Clinton, first Black President, grabs the first kill, unable to get that spray transfer. He reset that recoil, looked for that flick, and it looked actually pretty on point. So had he maybe had half a second more, could have found that second kill as well. And unfortunately for him, not able to grab it. And University of Arizona now on their 14th round, 2 away from the game, and quick match pause. So it looks like Elements had a PC crash, unfortunately. And
I like how during that retake you said his entire name, Bill Clinton, the first Black president. Instead of just saying Bill Clinton. I thought that was pretty funny.
It's his name, man. I don't You gotta respect it, right?
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't want people to just call me, like, Jay. Actually, I don't really care. People in, like, ESEA call me Jay-Z. And I realize that's probably not, like, a good name to try and, like, brand myself with, considering there's already, like, a multi-millionaire. But... You know, you gotta respect it. You know, if someone has a tag, you gotta, unless it's like racist or something. You know, it's not really racist. It's just funny.
Okay, we're not going there. Anyways, back into this game. It looks like Elements is back in the game. So Arizona taking the 14-8 lead, and when Georgia, when they were on defensive, we were criticizing their B holds, right? How weak their B holds were, but you could see Arizona, their B anchor is actually top fragging with 26 frags, and he's been soloing over there. Arizona playing the 3A, 1 mid, 1 B setup.
Yeah, and this is gonna pay out considering University of Georgia really haven't done anything else besides this. You know, A play or get mid control and lose. So they're reading them pretty well, but they're actually grabbing 3 picks. WNBA grabbing sick double kill. And that's going to open up the site. They're probably just going to have to force save unless they find something really quickly. Elements just going to hold this angle, You're gonna have to wait for these smokes to dissipate before they find anything, but Elements actually finding that kill right as the smoke disappears, so as long as the T's don't repeak, this shouldn't be a round that's possible. But this is CSL, anything's possible, but Poten grabbing the first kill, and now it's up to Retro Pokef. Not a lot of ammo to find the second kill, so he's gonna have to hit a headshot, falls back, reloads in jungle. And yeah, now he's gonna have to go for this play. Cyanotic and WNBA have a great crossfire. As long as two of them, or neither of them overcommit rather in this situation. Yeah, and since he can't find any kills quickly enough, Retro's just gonna fall back. So gotta give it to Georgia that round. Did he just die to the bomb?
It's like, yeah, Cyanotic just suicided instead of running back. I don't think they fully understand the state of their economy, which is completely broke, and they needed every single gun. You just suicided trying to kill the last CT.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Yeah, definitely seen some situations I haven't seen before, but Travis with the XM 1014, so maybe inspired a little bit by Cold Zera, trying to see if he can make some magic happen, and
yeah,
we'll see. There you go, Seed, sick shot there at mid, so very confident peek he took there. No fear really taking that engagement, and Cyanotic really should not have missed that. He didn't even shoot a bullet, so it looked like he was just trying to line up his shot, and WNBA finding another entry onto his site. So we've seen WNBA perform super optimally lately, and overcommits with that smoke peek. Really didn't need to do that at all. There's no reason to smoke like that. You can smoke in a safe position and still smoke that door. So a little overconfidence, but hey, maybe that smoke will be enough to buy him time. Toodle Noodles now knows there's one app, so there's going to be the aggressive play now from Travis. Pushes out and gets dropped. Potan getting 2 kills. Now it's all up to Toodle Noodles here with the AWP, and he pulls out the USP. Thinks Potan's low. Can Potan win it? And he grabs it. This man has turned up lately in the second half, and I didn't call him out in the first half, but really wasn't performing, and now grabbing a triple kill that round. Pretty great timing to start pulling off clutches like that.
Yeah, he only has, 10 frags, but they've been pretty important. Huge impact frags coming in. And Arizona, it looks like a mixed buy, some kind of miscommunication going on. Elements, he went ahead and full bot, meanwhile the rest of the team went with the eco. So a bit of miscommunication, that's going to hurt them on the next buy as well. And UGA Esports coming out with a fast B play. This is going to open up the site extremely quickly, and that's going to be the round over.
Yeah, good. I like that Georgia is just taking B when they know the economy is low, and really catching them off guard in that respect. It seems like WNBA's, I don't know who their IGL. I think it's actually WNBA, just based off the fact that, well, maybe not. Actually, now that I'm looking, WNBA is the only one without a tag, and I think they might actually have a stand-in, so... but yeah, regardless, WNBA just has no fear, just running into a site, out-aiming these players here on University of Arizona, and that information that they're able to find is so valuable. And now we're seeing just this kind of comeback, and we said it earlier in the game, this could very well be a T-sided map, and now it's up to Arizona to try and find out a way to counter these plays by the T's.
Yeah, Arizona, they're kind of in an iffy spot as well. If they lose this round, it might go up to 13-14. So Arizona in a tough spot. They need to win this round, and Georgia obviously want to win this round because they don't want to go up on match point. And Georgia is sticking true to their fast play. It looks like another cap play, another B split. They've been hitting B constantly, and it looks like they're going to be hit B one more time.
Gets red this time, playing in that same corner, and gets just...
God.
Yeah, read like a book. 2 entries again, and this is actually looking like a really favorable game now for University of Georgia. I'd have to say that I think it's Arizona at this point that needs to come back. Even though they have that score lead, it's going to be tough, and because they're so low on economy, they have to save these weapons. There's really no other option besides just trying to save these M4s and making some magic happen in the next round, and at the very least... maybe Toodles and Elements just saving and allowing you to full buy again on round 28.
Yeah, maybe something switched off mentally or switched on mentally for Georgia. Arizona gonna opt with the save, and this is the right call. As long as they don't lose any members, they should be able to force by next round. But they do lose one member, and that might trigger a save. Actually, no, I think they're gonna force by. They should. Travis can drop. Shadow Claw can drop as well. This should prompt a force buy. No, they go with like a half buy. Again, I don't know if I agree with this because if they lose this, I mean, you're gonna have different players in shambles in terms of their economy. But Travis performing yet again gets another entry for University of Arizona.
He's been able to find these kills here in Palace as well, and the fact that he pushed two, they might make them think this is a B play, considering the B players haven't rotated at all, and they're actually right accidentally. Even though the players were ramp, they're running back to B, and maybe Toodle Noodle's getting a little too aggressive. Why are they? This is. They didn't they see them run back? I don't. They're running back again now towards mid, so they seem spooked now. Seems like University of Georgia is confused as to what they even want to do at this point. Goes for the long-range spray, able to finally find it as he corrects his aim there. Siebes dropping Travis, bringing it back now to a 4-on-4 round, so maybe getting a little confident, just going to go for this A take. Little do they know that Travis is pushed, or Shadowclaw rather, pushed all the way down in Palace. At least Retro getting that one pick, and this is going to allow Shadow to make some sort of play, but maybe it's too late as Siebes drops elements as well. And now there's two CTs on the flank. This could be one of those plays that's either really stupid or pays off, and I think they've been spotted now. So, no, actually, Shadowclaw catching him off guard. I swear I thought Siebes had spotted him, and there's two CTs, Toodle Noodles chiming in as well, and this stupid play might be the smartest. Down to a one-on-one, Potan, he's going to have to find this kill really quickly. He is able to get it on Shadowclaw, and University of Georgia staying in this game, even though it was a one, I don't even know, man. This is a weird game. Even though it was a 2-on-1.
Yeah. I mean, how did it get to that point? I mean, Travis got the entry, and then they have full control of Palace, and then Toodle Noodles, he pushed B apartment, so they had complete map controls 5v4. How did it even get to that point? I don't understand. That should have been a free round for Arizona, but Georgia, they were able to climb it back. It's just misplay upon misplay for both teams.
Yeah, and if Arizona loses this round, this could be it. This could really be the game now, or at the very least match point. They've invested all their money. They have nothing else to rely on. Retro getting a very necessary kill, and Toodle Noodles finally chiming in, gets punished, and now it's a trade. Even trade, 3-on-3. It's going to be up to this terrorist, Bill Clinton, performing so well, but the HP is so low now on the terrorist. This could very well be in favor of Arizona.
Yeah, it's going to be a 3v2 retake situation with both players with kits, and Travis, he is in a great position. Gets the first kill onto Bill Clinton, and WNBA, he has been playing fantastic this whole game. Can he clutch it out for Georgia? I think Arizona spotted him.
Oh,
and he's not going to be able to clutch this.
They manage it, man. Sick play, actually, by Retro. Not playing the conventional angle he was playing on Cap, finally mixing it up and able to get a kill before getting dropped. And we've seen Retro Pokef just go off. Like, anytime he's in a aim duel situation, he at the very least gets one, and it seems like on average 2 kills per round. Considering he's almost at 30 kills, that's actually, about 1 kill per round, which is an insane average to have. To do that much damage is so instrumental, and obviously a very, team-oriented player, or at the very least, maybe just individually oriented, and it's just working out in this case. So, Bill Clinton, last resort, CZ75, able to find a kill, and Potan, they're doing it again, just this YOLO push up cat. Toodle Noodles at least chiming in with the scout, but just gets sprayed straight through the smoke as it plumes. Potan grabbing a second kill, and they're ready for this lurk. Shadowclaw, they actually have 2 players here in apps this time. They are not going to get caught off guard, and it seems like this is just going to have to be a save now for Arizona. We are heading into round 30 between University of Arizona and University of Georgia. This is going to be all out to see whether we go into overtime or if University of Arizona can take this 16-14. So they're going to have to make a pretty big play happen, considering they have no money to work with. They're just going to have these 2 rifles, which is nice, but really not enough to make a whole lot of damage.
Joey, what's going on? How is this working? How is Georgia able to just run up mid, run up cat, and take B site literally every round? I think, honestly, the past 10 rounds we've seen, it's been about like 7. 7 of those rounds have been just Georgia literally running up mid, running up cat, and taking B. How is this being allowed to happen? I don't know. I don't have an answer, and apparently Arizona doesn't have an answer either.
Yeah, it seems as if they've been so afraid of mid as they've been getting peaked that they just rely on retro or Toodle Noodles rather, to just do damage at cat. And Travis grabbing the first kill now for the CTs. Every time he does this, they win the round, but he actually gets traded immediately by Cyanotic. And this could just be that momentum swing that the terrorists do. They just snowball into A site, and they have no crossfire on site. Finally, at least one of the CTs crossing over to get a little bit different angle. Shadowclaw, he's going to be kind of the point man here. If he dies, they're going to have no angles. He grabs that sick headshot, goes for the spray now, but Potan able to trade. WNBA as well chiming in. Now it's down to a 2v3. Elements and Toodle Noodles on the rotate, but Bill Clinton playing such a sick off angle. Toodle Noodles grabbing that first pick, unable to drop the second player. Elements has to get this spray with the Deagle. I don't know how he's not connecting. 2 HP on Potan. And that HE is going to miss completely, so he's going to have to go for some sick play right now with this Deeg. 32 HP, finally picks up the M4, so he knows that one of them's low, and they do it! University of Georgia take us to overtime. 15-15 is the scoreline.
I'm kind of at a loss for words too. I mean, it's not even strategic prowess. It's just running up mid through cat, and that was it. And I mean, this past round, after so many B hits, it was just a simple A take, and that was it. You could see both teams really struggling on their CT side.
Finally, they're at least getting these entries now, so with these full buys, they play mid control. They actually play it effectively. They crossfire, they have a connector, a window player, and they peek together. Hopefully they don't over-peek and hand this round over to Cyanotic, but they played mid. They had positional advantage. They had crossfires. They were communicating, and maybe that's what they needed. Maybe this overtime was enough to kind of shake them up and go, okay, what are we doing wrong? Why are we just getting rushed through cat so consistently, and why is it so effective for them? But Cyanotic actually catching them off guard. A whiff spray by Shadowclaw. A little, kind of forgot to pull left there. That's where muscle memory kind of comes into play. But
he almost missed that kill because he was waiting. He was gonna one tap him and then try to get another quick kill, but Shadowclaw reacted, and that forced Cyanotic to shoot. But anyways, going back to how they play that early, so Arizona finally decided to contest mid, sends like 3 players up mid. I think there was at least 1 or 2 players, and then you had a guy connector and cat and window. So a ton of pressure mid finally stops Georgia from getting another round, but Georgia just rushing B. Yeah. There's just 5 B. There's no strategic prowess. It's just running up B and getting these entries, and that's it.
And they've been so successful with it too, so why not do it? But they're actually back down to a 3v3. Finally getting picked off by Bill Clinton. They're not going to be able to do much now. Travis and Shadowclaw have to retake. We've seen Shadow be retaking from apps every single round. Finally, for this round, he's going to be retaking for the CTs. He's going to come in through market. A surprising angle considering he's been playing apps the entire game. And if he can walk through and find this opper, he's going to flash bench, going to go for the peek. Travis is fully peaked. He actually grabs the kill. They're grabbing 2 kills. Are they going to be able to do this retake? Siebes down to a 1v2 situation. He has full utilities. He's going to try and pull out an A to do something, but they're just going to stick the bomb. Can he get this through the Molotov? 2 HP! No! He doesn't get it! The bomb goes off. No way the terrorists grab another round by the last second. This game is insane. I don't even know what the hell is happening.
How close was it? I wasn't on him, so I didn't see, but it must have been down to literally the last millisecond. I think he had a smoke too. I don't think he was thinking about it, but oh man, that game, or that round was extremely close.
What?
My god. It must have been down to the last millisecond
Yeah,
or
someone
something.
screenshot that, please. I gotta see how low that bar was. That was pretty close. Yeah, that was definitely within half a second at least. And holy crap, it looked like they were. These rounds are just turning around constantly. It seems like there's really no momentum to rely on, as both teams are just constantly mixing it up. And I gotta actually admire some of these plays. They're pretty unpredictable. So Potan grabbing that entry, and we've seen if they grab this first entry, they tend to grab the second one as well. Siebes maybe overcommitting to this peak, but yeah, there it is. WNBA grabs the second kill, but this sandwich player, Travis, he has not been spotted yet. He's able to get a kill. He's still hiding in the smoke, finally gets traded, but Elements chiming in as well. So at the very least, it's a 2v3, and yeah, they're just going to get dropped by Bill Clinton. This is going to probably be the half. I can't imagine Elements doing much. He can actually go for that shot, but he can't spot him, so he just have to pre-fire the top of that wood to try and rip off the head of WNBA. And
He's saving last round.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
okay, yeah, his teammates told him.
What are you doing?
His teammates told him.
So yeah, there's probably forgetting you're in overtime, not really thinking that there's only 3 rounds per half. Often gets overlooked, especially for how seldomly overtimes are played. And there we are, 2 rounds for the terrorists. University of Georgia now up around on the CT side, but again, we've seen how effective these terrorist sides have been for both teams.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Fair.
yeah, definitely. It's been an 8-7 T side, and grabbing 2 rounds is pretty huge. It's really going to force the hand now of Arizona State, and hey, they've been successful as well on these B pushes. So it's just that ability to catch players off guard. But actually, I love that WNBA is not committing. That's the big problem we saw that from University of Arizona is just overcommitting to these peaks, unable to be traded. So WNBA, at least in a position where you can generally get 1 kill. Unless you get pre-fired, you're going to get 1 kill. So Retro, yeah, he gets the first kill. He's going to peek, get a double. Molotov goes down. Can he find a triple? WNBA, you are out of your mind. Picks up the AK, finally gets traded by Travis. And Bill Clinton chimes in as well. University of Georgia are not down and out. Or they are about to clean this game up, rather. Sorry. University of Arizona are looking down and out in this case. And Elements down. Last man. He jumps down to Van. And this is... you are stuck between a rock and a hard place. You're going to have to pull off a crazy play. Hopefully those iBuyPower stickers can make those bullets travel a little bit further, but goes for the just ugly spray. Grabs Bill Clinton, who just peeks you at Van, and that's all they're going to be able to get. Match point now to University of Georgia. And I love that how a WNBA played that. Didn't even need a pop flash in that situation. Just waited, baited his teammate. Retro, killed the cat player, and able to find a triple kill, so way worth that bait. I'm sure the cat player didn't even know he was getting baited in that case, but it worked out. Playing passive, not overcommitting to the peaks, and that's the problem with University of Arizona, is when they go for aim battles, they are not in tradable pit situations. But WNBA putting himself in a situation where he could trade, and not only do that, but grab a triple kill, which is more than what you'd really expect from that position. So really got to admire the patience here from the University of Georgia.
And after getting spanked over on that B site, Arizona is going to test out the waters on this A site, and this has to work or they're going to lose. So here comes the A take, set pieces out, smokes out, here come the entries. Can Shadowclaw and Travis do it again? You got trades coming in, now it's 3v3 already, just like that. That was so quick. What? And Potan coming up huge. Now it's in the 1v2 situation. Elements, he's the last one alive yet again against WNBA and Bill Clinton, 2 of Georgia's top players. You can see Georgia, they're just going to give up the bomb. They're waiting for the plant. They're waiting for Elements to cross because Elements has to make the move. Elements, he's crossing over. He knows there's probably a guy in this connector area and he can't spot the pixel. And Bill Clinton, he just gives it up too. WNBA, again, another fantastic spot. But Elements, he was looking for it. What? Oh, and Bill Clinton, he's going to clutch that round. Get the kill onto Elements, crossing back into sight.
Yeah, really great play by University of Georgia in the end. Wow. Considering the fact that, well, really it was their game to win in the first place, in my opinion. Considering the fact that University of Arizona was just giving up so many of those CT, or giving up so much mid control and just allowing them to just run up cat and do crazy stupid stuff. The fact still remains that they pulled it off in overtime, and maybe the more experienced players are shining through, and that tends to be the case. So you got to admire. There was a couple small plays that really paid off, and one of them was that previous round by WNBA grabbing that triple kill on B site, and that's how you effectively hold B. That's some of the play that we never saw at a University of Arizona, but you really got to appreciate they both really tried their hearts. They worked their asses off to try and get that win, and entertaining game for you guys. So I enjoyed it too. There were some crazy plays, some Molotovs going off, lots of people burning and dying, and there was blood, and the people love blood. I think people just love to see just slaughtering, They don't care who's getting slaughtered. Just if someone's getting destroyed, like the people just want to see knife kills and Zeus's, and we got that. We got some crazy plays. So, sick game overall. In the end, goes to University of Georgia, taking it over University of Arizona. So they'll be up now.
Too.
Yeah, 8-2, I believe. So both these teams kind of top of their seed and definitely have the potential to make it to land. So it's going to be, or at least to playoffs, rather. Getting ahead of myself. So, yeah, that'll be the game. So I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up for the night. We will be back on... Actually, I think we'll be back tomorrow. I think we're going to have our first episode of, the quad for CSGO. So for those who don't know, it's just our kind of talk show. We talk about current events, things that are going on in the community. We do take viewer requests and various things. We generally have a kind of an outline of what we want to talk about, but if you guys bring up something interesting in chat, we're definitely there to talk about it. So tune in tomorrow night. Will, do you actually know what time it is? I think I have the schedule open, but I'm not entirely sure if we got that worked out.
Maybe Danny could go ahead and fill us in on that. I think it's 5 p.m. Pacific, so 8 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to be talking about just the CSGO collegiate scene in general. We're going to be talking about the divisions. We're going to be talking over the teams. I know the first power ranking that came out 8 weeks ago, something like that, there was a lot of controversy. And then now you have a bunch of teams with roster changes. You get to see interdivision play. So we're going to be talking about all that. If you want to go ahead and tune in, that'll be great. Offer us, insight, give us questions that we could answer. And again, that's going to be on this channel, C Star League, and that's going to be at 5 p.m. Pacific tomorrow.
That's true. That is very true. So yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks to our sponsors, Twitch and Asus ROG. Big reason why we can even have this Road to DreamHack, these playoffs, the LAN finals, and everything. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. This is our first season of Counter-Strike, so it's been a huge success, considering that we're working out various kinks and teams are still figuring out their rosters and all these various things. It's been actually very successful for our first season. So, thanks to you guys. You're the reason we're even here. You're the reason we have money coming in and, the ability to bring you these games. So, thank you. Big love to the chat. You guys are always, very responsive, and generally you guys are very constructive, and so I definitely appreciate you guys. Thank you, and we will be back tomorrow. So 5 p.m. Pacific. Tune in, hit that follow button, follow our YouTube channel at C Star League. You can follow me on Twitter at JZilk. You can follow my boy William over at CSL.
What's wrong?
What's wrong? And we will be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching.
Saga begins. Begin war.